Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for finally having the quarter that we need for Tesla to start growing again. Because that's what this Q3 earnings is going to be. Exactly this, because we just had a record delivery order and a record energy deployment. And that's going to have record revenue and not a record EPS or earnings, far from that actually, but finally we have a bottoming in EPS, meaning the company can now start growing if Q4 comes what I think is going to happen. But let's focus on Q3 here because I think it's going to be one of the best quarters in the past 2 years, because the past 2 years it's just been sliding down. Now it's good. We're finally on the uptrend. That's all I'm going to say. So in this video, it's my final Q3 non-GAAP and GAAP EPS estimate. And if you guys are a channel member, you guys have this like more than a week in advance. And if not, then you guys are watching this 2 days right before the earnings call, which I am going to go live as well. So let's get down to it. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go. So here is my Tesla stock prediction chart that goes over everything. If you guys are watching my channel for some time, this is not new. This thing is amazing. I love the chart. It's also available on Patreon if you guys want this chart as well. But let's get some numbers in first. Go over a little bit what I think is going to happen with the other stuff. So average selling price, you guys can see that it's more than in Q2, and I do believe that that's going to happen because Tesla sold more SNXs and Cybertrucks compared to the previous quarter, which is Q2, and they didn't really change the price for the Model 3, Model Y. I think the Model Y was just slightly less, but nonetheless, the SX and the Cybertruck was 50% more in sales this quarter compared to that. So we will see a slight increase, maybe a bit more than this, but I think this is a good number of almost hitting 42,000 per average selling price. I see credits at 600 million, services and others at 3.2 billion with about 6% margins. Leasing, not too much different, maybe a bit higher than Q2 at around 450, and with gross profits of that being 45% because there's more margins on that. And gosh, can you guys just imagine how leasing will increase massively once rates go lower? It's going to be flipping awesome. And I next quarter or quarter after that, I think it will go lower, but not as much as we think, depending on the economy. Economy's fire right now. So I don't think they're going to bring down interest rates that much, if any, this quarter basis points here and there, in my opinion. But nonetheless, the leasing is going to be fire once interest rates go lower and lower. And the delivery numbers are going to be much higher too with that. Vehicle gross profits, I think this quarter is going to be 16.5% thanks to economy of scale. Total energy revenue reaching 3.5 billion, and in profits, 29% margins here, over 1 billion. Guys, this is exciting because this is the first time ever in Tesla's history that the energy section is reporting over or just $1 billion in gross profits. And this will happen. This is the quarter that we're going to see Tesla's gross profits hitting $1 billion. I am so confident about this. Put me on the record for it. Probably even more. I think it's probably going to be more than this, but I'm saying 1 billion. It's going to be a flippin' awesome quarter for energy. That's all I'm going to say. Operating costs at 3.2 billion, taxes 550, other income 500, stock-based compensation of 400 million, and of course, shares outstanding is diluting every single quarter. Now, I'm going to put the number in and everything's going to come like magic, but I do want to go over what Wall Street is thinking right now. They're thinking an EPS of 55 cents. Now, this is at the time of the recording of this video. This is a week off from the actual earnings call, or 10 days off from the actual earnings call. So maybe by the time you guys are watching this video, when it's public for everybody, it's probably higher than this. Maybe 60 or 65 cents. But the recording of this video at the moment is 55 cents, which is just absolutely laughable. It's absolutely laughable. If you guys are watching this and it's more than this, then they have woken up, copied one of us with our spreadsheets. But nonetheless, the recording of this video is 55 cents, so keep that in mind. So Tesla delivered 497,099 cars, and bam, look at all these numbers coming. I absolutely love it. So right off the bat, we have total GAAP gross margin of 19.1%, which is a big difference from Q2, which is really flipping good. We have Q3 revenue hitting 28.5 billion, which is a record in Tesla's history, which is flipping awesome. We have operating margin of 7.8%, net income gap almost 2.2 billion, and non-GAAP of almost 2.6 billion. It's really good to see Tesla back in the 2 billions in the profits, but EPS non-GAAP of 73 cents, nearly 20 cents higher than what Wall Street is estimating. And the recording this video 55 cents. That is insane. We have GAAP EPS of 68 cents. How funny would it be if it was 69 cents? It could be. Who knows, right? It's going to be very interesting Q3 earnings. But nonetheless, look at these numbers. Operating margin 7.8%. That is amazing. That is at 70-80% growth from Q2 to Q3. That is flipping amazing. Now, what could the stock price be? Right now, the stock price is around 430s. That would mean a PE of 245 to hit the same stock price. But again, no one cares about this. You know, a company like Tesla, the PE doesn't really matter right now. It's meaningless because it's what's coming is what that matters. It's what the guidance is going to be is what matters. And that's what's going to drive the stock. Either it's going to go up to 500 or going to go down to 300, depending what Elon says in this Q3 earnings call, which is going to be flipping interesting. But another interesting here is the EPS annually. At the bottom, you can see $1.75. That is leveling Q2 of $1.75. This is good. What we want to see in Q4, we want to see this go above 175. Now, let's talk about Q4 for a second. Q3 numbers, you guys already got it. 73 cents is my number, so keep that in mind. And comment down below, what is your numbers? What is your estimate? I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. But Q4 is very critical here because if we can get the right amount of vehicle deliveries here, we can actually see an uptick. So Q2, Q3 was like the bottoming. And then once Q4 comes in with the right amount of delivery numbers and the right amount of profits, we can see the EPS going up. And that's an indication that now Tesla is a growing company again. And Wall Street really loves that. Combine that with robotaxis, with Cybercab coming, and the affordable models that are already out and you can order now. Energy growing, Optimus coming, Tesla semis. Oh my God, I can just keep going with the list. Flipping insane. Let's talk about Q4 for a second because let's see what the magic number is going to be for the number to go above $1.75. So you guys can see the numbers, right? It's similar to Q3. The only difference here is that the average selling price has gone down because I do think that a good amount of cars being sold would be the affordable models, which will drag down the EPS for sure. Services at 3.5 billion. I brought down the vehicle gross profits at 16% because again of the standard models. Energy at 4.5 billion and almost 1.4 billion in flipping profits, which is insane. 3.35 billion in operating costs. Stock-based compensation, same thing, all that goodies. So I think that Tesla, this is going to be the quarter. Q4 is going to be the quarter that Tesla's going to deliver finally 500 vehicles. I mean, I was hoping last year Q4 they could do it, but it looks like this year they can do it. We see China ramping up. We see the US ramping up with their affordable models. We see Berlin ramping up as well. So it's safe to say that at least 500,000 vehicles are going to be delivered. And with that, if we enter that number in, bam, look at all these numbers coming. I flippin' love it. We can see the EPS annually is still the same as Q3 of $1.75. So this means Tesla needs to deliver at least 500,000 vehicles. If we go down to 499, see, that goes down to 174. So in this model, in my little modeling here, now of course, if vehicle gross profit is 16.5%, the same as Q3, which I don't think it would be in Q4. Maybe it will, I don't know. But based on the logical thinking I'm doing, I don't think vehicle gross profits would be that high in Q4 compared to Q3 because of the standard models, because they have less gross profits. But 16.5%, I mean, that would be great. If Tesla can have a higher gross profits margin, then we can get over $1.75 with that. But I'm looking at this at a conservative rate, 16%, right? So 500,000 vehicles Tesla needs at the bare minimum in Q4. And for Tesla to hit record delivery numbers in 2025, beating 2024, they need to sell over 575,000 vehicles. I don't think that's possible, guys. I think that's a stretch. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that because if we put that number in, that would be such a big bullish number. That would be insane. The profits, the revenue, everything looks really cool. But I don't, again, realistically, At most I can see them doing in Q4 is maybe 535. And that's me like, pushing it. Maybe we can see 550, but I'm going to say 535. And this is not my final Q4 delivery numbers. We still have, some time before then, but let's just say with these numbers. With this, we could see Tesla finally hitting over $30 billion in revenue in a single quarter, which is the first time ever. Margins of over 8%. Net income of non-GAAP of almost $3 billion. GAAP of $2.5 billion. 83 cents in EPS non-GAAP. And $1.81 in EPS annually. Which is insane. If we get these numbers, my price target by this year end is 575. That would mean we need a PE of around 317, 318 to hit it, which some people will say that's insane. I don't think it is, because the PE does not matter at the moment, for especially if companies like Tesla that are growing, that are, their valuation is based on their other products and services that haven't entered the financials yet. And when they do, the PE is going to get slammed down big time. The PE doesn't really matter. So that's why I do believe that 575 is my price target by end of this year, and I'm sticking to that. But we're talking about Q3. Forget Q4. We'll talk about that in about a month or two. So Q3, my final numbers are 73 cents EPS non-GAAP. That is my number. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. I'm very curious to know what y'all think. But this is going to be a very interesting Q3 earnings call. Elon's going to be pumped. Guidance is going to be awesome because of the vote that's coming on November 6th. And if you guys haven't voted, please go vote right now. It's very critical. Elon's compensation package, his old compensation package, and investment in XAI. These are so important. I can't stress this flippin' enough. But if you guys are as excited as I am, then you guys need to join me live. You guys gotta join me live. This is gonna be flippin' awesome. I'm gonna go over the report and the guidance as well. It's gonna be a 3 to 4 hour live stream. It's gonna be flippin' awesome. Woo, I'm so pumped and excited, man. Let's go, man. I'm so pumped. It's gonna be awesome. Subscribe, guys. Become a channel member. And I shall see you guys in the live in about a couple days, or in tomorrow's video right before we do go live. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be absolutely fire, and I can't wait to see all you guys in person one day as well. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go.